So in the beginning of this story we are shown a dark forest where a boy was running, scared of someone or escaping from someone. The scene cuts and we are shown a red bus on a road passing through this forest. After going a little further, this bus finds its way blocked due to a road. That is why this bus took another route, without knowing that there can be some danger. There we see some danger. We saw that all the cracks were gone because of one kid. Suddenly the demons surrounded them from all sides. The children sitting in the bus also got scared and looked towards the road outside because the driver had to stop the bus suddenly. When we got down and looked, there was a dead deer in front of us. As soon as he killed it, he turned back and was completely shocked. The next minute when he got on the bus again, we saw that there was a spirit behind him who was holding the bus driver on gunpoint. He was threatening all the children as well. He asks them to sit on the seats. Everyone started obeying him and suddenly a child sitting in the same bus remembered that he had read about this man in the news. He was the star of a serial and had escaped from jail a few days back. Not only this, the scary thing was that this man used to say that he should kill only teenagers. He said that he is a psychopath. These people kept saying everything as per the man's instructions. They dropped messages from the windows on their phones and the driver kept driving the bus, and while moving the driver missed another signboard on which it was written, "The bus is headed towards a military zone." Is this so? Research was done 4 years back but now no one lived there. There was a tunnel in which a lot of lights were on at that time and their bus suddenly stops inside the tunnel. They found out that the engine of the bus had broken down. The psychopath killer thought that the driver was driving with him. That's why he took a girl at gunpoint and told the driver to go down and fix the bus in my abode. If anyone tries to drive with him, then I will kill this girl. Meanwhile, the light of the tunnel suddenly went off. All of them got scared. Suddenly, they started hearing a terrifying sound in this dark tunnel. The driver signaled them to go and see what was there. The driver also moved forward with his torch. As he kept moving towards the darkness, he started seeing a shadow. When the poor man reached there, he came to know that it was a terrifying-looking monster. The private driver screamed and the monster caught him by the chest and killed him. The people sitting inside were seeing all this. The killer also quickly came inside the bus with that girl. These people started shouting and he asked them to stay away so that he could not see or hear the killer, and he tried to start the bus fast, but there was no need to start the bus. It was still in the hands of the driver whom he had killed. He gives work to these children. As soon as a little kid reached near the driver to get the keys, he was shocked to see him. The killer had sat down. The key was not coming. Tears started flowing from her eyes, but this was not the time to cry. She cautiously took the keys from the driver's hand and came back to the bus. Even sitting in the bus, her condition was normal. When the other children asked her about the driver, she shook her head in denial because now he was no longer ascendant. Hearing this, all these children also became sad. Here, Abi asks the killer's son to start the bus, but the bus is not damaged. How can it start? He threatens him that if you do not start the bus, I will kill all of them, but he was also very enthusiastic and fearless with the others. He starts arguing with this kid, and as soon as he gets the chance, a kid pushes him from behind. When he fell down, Rajni snatched the gun from his hand and pointed it at him. Seeing this, he said, "Can you kill me? Hey, one needs a lot of courage to kill, which you don't have." Before this kid could say anything, suddenly they hear rumors from the roof of this bus. This sound gave relief to all of them. The district or the killer said his name again. Now the sounds coming from the top of the bus had also been heard, due to which, "Your children come," and the killer gets down from the bus in anger and starts shouting, "Whoever you are, come out of the darkness, face me." He was saying all this when suddenly he stopped speaking. A strange fear brought a big smile on his face and suddenly someone attacked him. The attacker had beheaded him and the children were shocked to see this from inside the bus. They became silent as they could see the head of the man in one hand and the scary-looking girl holding the head of the man in the other. She had many tentacles in her hand which she had trapped the second leg of the man. They were not able to understand what to do. They now decide to stay inside the bus to save their lives, but only till they start hearing strange noises from outside the bus. The door of the bus opened with a rumbling sound and they saw the big hands of the same monster on the seat of the bus. Any monster had already entered the bus, to save themselves, from which they started running downwards from the other door of the bus. But this door did not open. They had a toss in their hand whose mouth when accidentally faces towards the moisture, then it says that the moisture is afraid of this light. Taking advantage of this thing, they hit the monster twice near the head of the light, due to which the door of their bus opened and these people got down from the bus. Keeping the light towards the monster, these people came and ran on one side. And they reached there. There was a room inside a bunker on which a map of the whole place was drawn. After seeing this, they came to know that this is a military base, and if this was a military base, then there could be lights and a control panel. But if they had to save themselves from that monster, then somehow they had to turn on that control panel so that the lights would turn on and the monster would stay away from them, and finally they would be able to escape. They decide to find the control panel and turn it on. Keeping me in mind, they make a complete plan, and where can that control panel of knowledge be? Along with that, they go to find the PowerPoint. While the three sitting here were passing their time in a strange way, now there is no one. She tells these two boys that she has to go to the washroom. He could not go alone because he was scared, so he went with her. He was being talked to, that is why now there is no one. No one was giving him any answer. It was quite late. When Queenie kept turning towards the door, she felt something strange. Finally she looked back and saw that Queenie was nowhere to be seen. She was stunned. Screaming loudly, Queenie started looking for Queenie here and there. Her other friend also came to know that Queenie was missing. They started looking for Queenie in the whole area and finally reached a place where Queenie saw them. But at this time, a monster was on top of Queenie. A terrible monster was just about to bite Queenie on the neck and eat her. Queenie's own condition was like she was unconscious. How much was the loss? Here he destroys the monster by showing fire to it while his other friend was successful in removing Queen from under it. But both of them started running fast towards here to save themselves. They thought that Reggie was not behind them. Actually, the girl dropped the missile from this monster's hand and they fell in the water below. Reggie got angry and now the moisture was just about to attack him. Some strange things came out of his mouth. They fell on Reggie's face and it was blood, and when his friend finally saw Reggie, he got scared of them. These people could not do anything, and before this monster could eat Raji, suddenly the lights come on here. Due to this, Rachi gets scared and goes away, and these people understand that their friends have finally found the generator. Here Newland and his friends who found and turned on the generator, found a room nearby in which a dead body was lying, and there were many pictures and notes as well. These notes contained information about the share only for this. It seemed as if someone had done a lot of research on it and then he was not able to kill it. Perhaps their point was not to read all this. Their point was that they should please get out of the car as soon as possible. That is why they are fat at the back, so they see a strange shade from a distance. Both of them got scared. They even held their breath because the coming could be a monster. Then they came to know that it was not a monster but his three companions, seeing whom they happily went towards them. This happiness was only for a moment because the very next moment they saw a monster. A mark was seen on his neck. That wound was very deep from which blood was coming out, or it was due to the bite of that monster. It could also happen that you got infected with the wound. You could turn into that master. One of them says that maybe we should not keep a koi with us, but these people do not say that no koi, they keep koi with them. What is going to happen by coming with him? To get information about this? They again bring him to the room where they had already found many notes. They pick up a notebook from the many notes lying there about that monster and start reading it. This was the story of a boy who was told by his sister that he should not keep a koi with him. It was very nice to explore new places with his brother. But one day while exploring they reached this military base. The one who had written this story kept showing the map of this place to his sister and stayed behind while his sister kept coming and reading it, and suddenly she got shocked as if she had seen something amazing inside the tunnel. As soon as her brother who was standing below looked at her, it was too late. There was a rumor of screaming and shouting coming from inside the tunnel. He himself got scared of this. To save his sister, he started running towards the forest so that he could save his life and go away from here. This is the same Stan whom we saw in the beginning of the movie. At this time, this child left from here, but now this instant was left in his mind. This thing was left in his heart that due to his carelessness, his sister got killed, and now he wanted to take revenge from that thing. The thing which killed his sister. Despite that, he could not forget anything. He did research on him, found out every single thing about him, and then planned how he could kill this master. He even made a machine to kill the monster, but before he could kill the monster, his evil master found out about his presence there and killed him. From the notes made by him, these people also came to know that he is the most and kills the one whoever he attacks or tastes the blood, and now there was a big danger on them. These people call it decisions. To save Koi Nahin, these people will complete the work that the man had started. They will complete his machine and kill the response tech. But Yahan says no one will put themselves in danger because of me, but all his friends were good. They say no, we will all escape from here alive. Thinking this, all of them start teasing each other and then together they start working on their plan. After some hard work, these people complete the machine made by that man which was now working completely. Seeing this, these people were very happy, but the main thing was to sing in front of the smoster request machine for which these people make a trap. People put the clothes soaked in the blood of the monkey in an empty place so that the monkey comes to the shepherd by smelling it. They had also kept the monkey at a distance so that the monkey comes to the right place and then these people turn on the light and kill him. According to their plan, Kush also came in front of them. Hearing something, he also picked up the clothes of the monkey? But this was the monkey. He had known, at this very time, and the tracker had to be brought down. But unfortunately the tracker got stuck and while searching for the monster queen, it came behind her. Before that, Q could attack the queen. At the right time, they turn on the trigger of that machine and after hitting a lot of fire and sponsor, the monster queen is released. Queen's other companions run out of the dungeon quickly and while running away from someone, they stab Osmonser in the stomach. But this attack of theirs did not stop them from killing the queen. Now the only option left for these people was to run away from here to save their lives. People keep running outside with torches in their hands, but now the monster was following them. Those two girls had already come out of the tunnel. As soon as they came out of the tunnel, they took a deep breath and looked behind where their friends had not come yet and now the monster was lying in front of them. These people started trembling, but the monster did not come out because there was light outside. Just behind, we see those three boys who now came close to this monster. They came out of the tunnel by looking at it from below. The fire went off and finally their plan was successful. They killed that monster. All their lives were saved. They had eliminated the danger not only for themselves but also for all the people who would come here in future. That is why they were very happy. In the last scene of the story, these children remember their driver who had asked them a riddle that what is that thing which takes us out of every problem. At that time they thought that you had not come since yesterday, but now these people had understood that courage is the thing that can take a person out of any difficulty. Even while sitting, the driver had taught them a big lesson which was going to be very useful in their life, and this story ends here with just this.